James, my God, did you ever think when you started this career of yours it would be James McAvoy, action hero?
I didn't think that I would work, let alone ever do an action movie, or play an action hero or an action anti-hero or anything. So the fact that they wanted me to do this was shocking to me. And I thought it would be very rude to turn them down.
Well, I'm glad you didn't, because you did a phenomenal job.
Very
I mean,
kind.
what were you thinking when you took this on? You really had to get in shape,
I had to get in
training.
shape. Yeah, I had to do all that. I worked with a trainer for about 6 weeks before I went out there, and then every day for 5 days a week when I was there for the 4 months of the shoot. And so it was weird, but I didn't want to get too big. I didn't want to get like ridiculous, because casting me is a kind of strange move for this kind of part. It's a surprising, I think, piece of casting. So if I get all big and buff too much, then I just think it defeats the purpose,
What was the hardest thing for you to do in this film?
Hardest thing for me to do in this film, probably, I mean, I've done a lot of movies where, I'm not saying the acting was the most important thing in all those movies, because some of them were very visually beautiful as well, but quite often the acting is the main thing and the script is the main thing, do you know what I mean? And then you get onto a set where there's like $500,000 being spent on special effects that will take 3 seconds to disappear, and nobody really cares whether your acting's good or not, and you're like, oh my God, I'm on my own. But that's quite liberating, because you quickly realise that nobody does care, so you can do whatever you like, and that was quite nice.
Now, did you feel the need to keep up with Angelina's tattoos? Like, did you feel that you had to get some?
Yeah, she's got a hell of a lot of tattoos. Really, it's like
she added them for this film.
Yeah, I know. You spend time. You're like working on your character. How can I be interesting? How can I make the audience, care about this character and blah blah blah. And okay, and Angelina's coming and she's a big star. I mean, it's going to be hard going up against her now. But you rely on your kind of relationship, and it's all about the relationship. And then she comes in with hundreds of tattoos, and you're like, wow, I'm sidelined by tattoos. It's fine, I'm only joking. No, I'm kind of freaked out by tattoos. The whole process of them and having them done kind of freaks me out. It's a needle, man.
Yeah, hello. Now, daunting kissing her?
Daunting working with her, just because she's one of the world's biggest superstars ever in the universe. So that was incredibly daunting, but very quickly, after like 5 or 10 minutes, you realise that she's a normal lady and she's got a sense of humour. She's kind of willing to laugh at herself, not only at you, but also at you. And when you can have a laugh like that, it's much, much easier.
Tell me about working with this director, Timur. My God, what is going on in this man's head?
I think he relies heavily on the principle of inversion or opposites. I really, really responded to it. Whatever is written, he'll go do the opposite. You walk into a room and you'll be the character, bursts into tears, and he'll be like, come in laughing. And it doesn't always work, you know what I mean? But sometimes it does. And even when it doesn't work sometimes, it still illuminates parts of the character or the scene or the script or something that you were not brave enough to kind of go to before, by just messing it up on purpose. And by trying to fail on purpose, I think he's really, really clever.
Yeah, I think, a lot of people are going to really love and relate to this, because Wesley, here he is, this normal guy in an office. Like, how many of us have wanted to do what this guy does in this film?
I know, I think a lot, I mean, the thing that I like about this movie as well is, like, we've seen a lot of action movies and a lot of superhero movies over the last 5-10 years, and quite often they're for all the family, do you know what I mean? They're for kids as well as grandpas and mums and dads and kids, and this really isn't. This is for adults, and this is a real adult fantasy. So the term, when people say, he's a normal Joe and he goes crazy and, his life is expanded into a kind of unknown universe, blah, 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 you feel like we've heard that before, but I think in this film, when he does take it further, when he does scream at his boss, when he does snap, he really does snap, and he goes completely, violently AWOL, really, and it is for adults, I think.
I think so, yeah. I won't be letting my kids go to this one.
No, please don't.
But you so rocked in it. You
Thank you.
really just stepped up to the plate. You were fabulous.
You're very kind. Thanks,
Always great talking to you. Thank you.
Cheers.
See you soon.